So this is a combination of boiled soya, sprouts, chana, and curd. And this is what I've been trying to eat in the dinner from the last I don't know how many days. So hello everyone, this is Saurav and welcome back to my channel. And today I want to again talk about my cutting journey, updates about my cutting journey. And as you saw, this food, or what you can say, as my dinner. And this is, yes, this is what I've been eating. I'm trying to eat ever since I started my caloric deficit. So this is not something too much significant, but I just want to talk about a few things that came to my mind yesterday when I was eating the same food while sitting near the lake, near the library on a bench and contemplating about a lot of things alone. So yes, this is about food. This is about diet while you are trying to cut down. So let's start. So as I was talking about my gym diet, I'll just take you back 10 years back to 2016 when I first started at least going to the gym sometime less frequently, and when this fascination about bodybuilding slowly developed inside of me. I was really brutally bullied for my weight, for my appearance in school, and I just wanted to be strong. I just wanted to confront the bullies, the people, and at least defend myself. So I started going to the gym, and ever since then, at that particular period, going to the gym was not a constant thing, and I really didn't knew much about lifting weights. I just thought that if you go to the gym every day, lift weights every day, then you will just be strong over a period of time. I learned a lot of things over these years, slowly, and I was never consistent until 2023. I was never properly considered consistent in the gym. I just went there once a week, twice a week, or thrice a week. There was no food completely, but the first time when I actually realized the need for a diet was in, I think, 2019, when I really thought that yes, I really need to do a significant change in my lifestyle, in my daily habits, and especially in the things, in the way I chose my food. And it started with just two boiled eggs a day, because at least that was the only thing that I could afford then. And then slowly the quantity of eggs increased. I started adding chicken, and then when I went to Pondi for my masters, then I actually started taking my diet. It was in late 2022, 2023, sorry, late 2022, yes, 2023, then 24, 25. I was completely taking my diet seriously. I was eating chicken, at least a little chicken, at least 250 grams of chicken, a few eggs, sometimes a lot of dal, because the hostel food was not that good. So but I was lucky that I had a motorcycle and some money, so I could go outside the university and buy some chicken or eggs for me. So it was good. And during that time only I developed this rigorous will, or rigorous, I don't know, rigorous habit, or rigorous fascination, or rigorous addiction inside of me to take my diets and my exercise seriously. But there were a lot of pitfalls, there were a lot of gaps over time and time again. But still, I was more consistent, I was more conscious about my health, my body. And that is why in 2024, when I started bulking for completely almost a year, more than a year, I saw a significant change in my body and my weight and my capacity to lift weights. And I realized that my nutrition was an essential factor in that. I was eating chicken, I was eating eggs, and they proved to be like superfoods for me. And then after I came home, I continued on eating chicken, but it was less frequent because at home we have different food habits, we have different rules. So chicken was less frequent, but I was still eating eggs. But one thing that I didn't realize, that I was getting a lot of strength to stretch myself till the last rep because I was eating a lot. I was having a lot of carbohydrates, right? But then when I started cutting, as I told about this early in my video, that I didn't actually had a lot of options. I didn't had actually a lot of choices to make, where there was no calorie, there were less calorie, less fats, and more protein. And that is when I started eating soya, and slowly I started adding sprouts. They don't taste that much good together, I will be very honest, but they do the job. At least when I'm cutting down, I'm actually conscious that I'm not losing that much muscle along with fats, because I'm trying to keep my daily protein intake over 100 grams. So this is not, something too much exciting. Eating chicken is exciting, but you can't always get access to chicken, right? You always can't get access to eggs. And like people from my financial region or my financial background, like middle class or lower middle class people who live in a town, we actually have to think a lot when we want to constrict ourselves with a proper diet. And these are the little sacrifices I feel we make in our everyday choices that never get seen in the long term. Bodybuilding is a kind of sport that is like very transient, I'll say, because if I don't lift weights for a month, I'll lose everything. I again have to start from very zero. So people only see a good, when they people see a good physique, a good definition and aesthetic physique, people only think that they have just lifted weights and over time, and that has resulted in them achieving that body. But it's just only the tip of the iceberg. There are these regular sacrifices we have to make in everything, in our sleep, in the things we eat, in our finance, in our budget, in deciding to show up to the gym every single day, even if we have a world collapsing inside of our minds. And it's not something that actually gets seen in the long run, seen in the long term. When the cameras are turned on, the lights are shining bright, it all looks good, it all looks like completely natural, it all looks like there was no effort. Actually, it just came out naturally, but it's not at all. The body is an extremely rigid thing, and it takes a lot of consistency, it takes a lot of beating. It's like beating the anvil with a hammer. It takes a lot of sacrifices, it takes a lot of strength to go beyond the limits, or even to break the limits of our comfort zone in order to achieve that. I just felt these things while I was chewing on soybean and sprouts under a tree, sitting on a bench near the lake yesterday afternoon. And I was not liking that at all. I wanted some to eat some pastry or something, but I knew if I go to eat some pastry, I again have to manage my finances with my diet, because I again have to eat those same soya bean. I again have to think about the eggs, and I again have to think about how I will, save more so that my ration lasts for a longer run. So that, yes, that is what I wanted to say in this video. It's just about diet, it's just about food, but also it's not just about diet or food, it's about the everyday choices we make, and most importantly, it's about our patience and our dedication to reach that goal, or our extremely raw selfless love for that sport that makes us do those things on an everyday level, fighting our own demons, crossing, sacrificing our basic urges, keeping ourselves calm every single day, not whine about it, not talk about it, though some of you may feel that I'm whining about it. But I just wanted to be honest. I just wanted to share this with you all, because if someone is cut on a cutting phase, or someone's is on a bulking phase, and they belong to the same financial background as me, they will also realize that it's very essential to have a proper diet, and it's also very difficult to get that diet, that food on an everyday level. And I think that is one of the prime reasons that a lot of people actually quit bodybuilding, or quit their hope of get reaching or making a good physique, because they are too tired of fighting every single day, too tired of adjusting, or maybe they are too tired, or maybe they are disappointed, or disillusioned about this entire cycle, monotonous cycle of doing the same things every single day consistently for a longer term. But I don't want to, quit now. At least I want to go on and see how much I can do, how much I can make, how much I can achieve. So that is what I wanted to talk in this video, and these videos are the only part of me documenting my journey, and documenting the things that go in my head, or the things that I learn on everyday manner, or I realize with very small incidents that happen to me every single day. So that was what I wanted to talk about today. If you got something from this video, I will be really blessed, or I will be really thankful that my words could actually make at least a little impact on someone's life. So thank you for watching this video. I'll see you again. I'll try to continue more with this series. Make sure to stay tuned, to stay with me as we explore this long journey of self growth, of self improvement, and most importantly, of being better every single day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again. God bless you all. Bye bye. Take care.